We're going to cover today what a chiropractic adjustment actually is. I get this question all the time. My name is Dr. Laura Baxter. I am a chiropractor with Massage Addict, and I have been a chiropractor for almost 22 years, entering my 22nd year. So I have a lot of experience as a seasoned chiropractor, and I get this question all the time. So let's unravel this a little bit. Most people know that our senses, eyes, ears, sight, smell, taste, take information from our environment to our brain. And that tells our brain, how do I adapt to what's going on in my world? Well, guess what? Same thing with your back. Many people say, what? What are you talking about, Dr. Laura? There are little muscles that go up your back. I call them the caterpillar muscles. They are not caterpillars, but they go from segment to segment to segment. These little muscles, when they work properly, they feed the brain information. So then the brain can say, I'm alive, I'm awake, I can do three things well. I can adapt this body to the world, to things that are going on. I know where this body is in space and can move it safely, and I can run the body. So when these muscles don't work properly, we go forward. You, me, and everybody else in the world flexes forward. We know then that these little deep, deep muscles, these are not muscles that you can exercise going to the gym. What a chiropractor does is we exercise the spine into better function by getting these muscles stretched. When they stretch, when we move the spine, these muscles stretch. These muscles stretch, they activate the brain. So our performance in life is better because we can move safely, accurately. I can appropriately move my body. Where is my body in space? How do I move that body safely, and how do I run the body? So what does this translate into? This translates into when I move my body doing, whether it's around the house, whether it's activities of daily living, gardening, driving, getting my child from the car, getting my groceries, combing my hair, self-care. All of these necessitate us moving our body. So our brain needs to say, where's my body in space? So I don't overestimate the amount of force needed. So again, what a chiropractor does is we exercise the spine into better function. That's what a chiropractic adjustment does. Now this can be done variety of different ways. It can be done the traditional way. So let's talk about what that sound is. And I get this question a lot. What's that sound, Dr. Laura? Believe it or not, it's not the sound that is the magic component, the critical component of chiropractic adjustment. The critical component is finding a joint that is not moving properly and moving it and then stretching those muscles, those caterpillar muscles, and send information to the brain so I can move my body safely, accurately, know where my body is in space, and move appropriately. So we can do that in a variety of ways. We can do that with the hands. We hear a sound. That sound has nothing to do with the bones cracking or breaking. What it is gas being released from a joint that doesn't move well. So that is what the sound is. It is the movement that triggers the brain into action, not the sound. We can adjust you. There's probably 150 different methods of chiropractic. You can use the more traditional ones that people think where there is an audible sound, or you can use a very, very light force on the other end of the spectrum, or an instrument, or a tonal, or a drop mechanism. There are many different effective ways. So find a chiropractor that is well-versed in more than one technique and I have many, many tools in my toolbox to perhaps work with geriatric population or young or athletes. We need to have a variety of tools that can effectively adjust that patient the best. So we've covered today how an adjustment works. We've covered what the sound of the adjustment is. So here's your call to action, next steps. If you want safety of movement, accuracy, improvement in your daily function, and risk of injury lessened, find a chiropractor in our Massage Addict network. We are trained to detect and correct areas of the spine that don't move properly